Hi, my name is Dolin, and today I'm going to tell you about setting up a binder system. Let's start with something really simple. This is a case-it binder, and it has a built-in accordion folder. I love this binder system. It's great for kids that don't like to hole punch and file. So whenever the student gets a piece of paper or has something returned from the teacher, it goes to the back side of the tab. And if you notice, each tab is labeled with the student's subject name. Things that are kind of big and bulky, like composition notebooks, fit in well here too. Also, in a binder system like this case-it product, you'll have a space for your assignment notebook. The next thing you'll see in this binder is a homework folder. A homework folder is great for all subjects. So regardless of whether you have homework in reading, writing, or math, you're going to put the papers that you need to do into the to be completed folder. And when they're done, they go into the completed section. This way, when you go to turn your homework in the next day at school, you always know where it is. In the back of this binder system, you're going to find some clear folder protectors. These papers are things like book reports, science projects, things that are long-term, that aren't due the next day, that are easily forgotten. But when you see them all the time, you're unlikely to forget. So these go in plastic page protectors at the back of your binder so that you can readily see them and know when they're due. And in the very end, you have space for your notebook paper. I like this binder system. I especially like the accordion aspect of it, and this works great for many younger students. Another option is a good old-fashioned 1.5-inch binder. This binder has color-coded folders which actually coordinate with our archiving system. This is just a Pendaflex folder that hangs down. You can put it anywhere in your room or study area, and it helps you to put your archived materials. We'll talk about that in just a second, but back to the binder. The binder has a folder for each subject. So, for example, your math folder is blue. Every time you get a math paper, it goes into the front of your section, of your math folder. And when the front section gets filled up, flip to the back and you can start putting papers in the back side as well. Here is science, and so forth, all of your other subjects. What I like about this folder system is that it's super simple to use. All of your subjects are in one binder. And if you're hurried at the end of class, and let's say your teacher quickly hands out an assignment and you don't have time to put it in the right place, simply put it in the front folder that's called to be filed. That's a reminder to yourself that when you get home from school, you're going to put these papers into the correct area. Some students also like to keep their planner or the agenda book assignment notebook in their binder as well. That's up to you. Some kids don't always like to write down their assignments. You may want to get an app called My Homework and put it in your phone or your laptop. My Homework is fabulous. It's like a good old-fashioned assignment notebook, and it goes right in your phone. So you can type in all the assignments that you have. It sends you text reminders. It's really easy to keep up with things that way. So let's say at the end of the quarter, you're ready to archive your papers. You always want to keep those old tests and quizzes, but you may not necessarily need things like old homework assignments or handouts. So what you want to do is at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, or at the end of a unit, put those things in an archiving system. I love this Pendaflex folder. So here you can see, for example, your orange Spanish folder goes in your old orange file folder in your Pendaflex. Everything is color-coded. It's a great way to keep all of your archived documents because you'll need them for cumulative exams. And often when kids see this hanging in their room or their study area, they're much more likely to file things when needed. You know, I've found over the years that many students have such a hard time juggling 5, 6, and sometimes even 7 binder systems, and their teachers think that having a dedicated binder for each class is a good way to go. But for many kids, it's hard to manage. Ask your teacher if you can keep her subjects' papers in a simpler solution binder. And oftentimes teachers will say it's just fine. But if your teacher requires binder checks for part of her class, you'll have to go with her preference for binder systems. However, you may find that after the first quarter, your teacher relaxes her requirements, and then you can go to this type of simple solution system. In the back of this system, you're also going to find a place for your notebook paper. And then any other things that you want to put in the back that are meaningful to you, like let's say a permission form, an application, anything like that, those miscellaneous items can go in the back. Sometimes students ask, well, what about a homework folder? Do I need that with this? And I found that generally no, students don't need a homework folder with this type of system. When they get done with their homework, they generally just put it in the front part of their subject area notebook. I hope this gives you a quick idea of some binder systems that might work for you.